right, joining us now on behalf of P&G Battle of the Paddles, New England Patriots starting quarterback Drake Maye after having a spectacular rookie season. Drake, thanks so much for hanging out with us here in Scoop City. Lots of changes there in New England for you. I know that you don't have any background or relationship, obviously, with Josh McDaniels or with even Mike Vrabel, your new head coach. But when you made that phone call to your new head coach and you had that quick conversation, what was the first question you asked him?
Ooh.
What were you wondering
First
about?
question I asked him, I said, are you already up there in New England? And he said, yeah. So he got in and called me from his office. So I asked him if he was already up there, and obviously he knows about it. He played there and knows about Foxborough and New England in the area. So I'm excited. I think fired up. I think we're both fired up, especially to me on the phone. We can't wait to get started and get things rolling. So it was back before we hired McDaniels, Coach McDaniels, and the staff. So he's saying he's going to fill out the staff, and I'm going to get up there and meet everybody, and looking forward to it.
You can only collect so much information, right, at this point. And I'm sure you're hearing so many stories, and you're hearing so many former Patriots like Julian Edelman and Matt. So many guys are just talking about who Mike Vrabel is. What's one thing you're looking forward to learning more about him, knowing that there's so many people around the league who've said such great things about him?
That's a great question. I think just his coaching style, how he kind of reaches out to different player groups and different position groups, and just kind of how he kind of reaches out to them and or plays kind of his role in the locker room. I think he's a player and knows what it's like to be in the locker room, and he's been a successful head coach of the Titans. So I think it's kind of interesting to see how he kind of goes about things and how he handles the quarterback room. So different kind of areas of kind of head coach that how you kind of fit in, or kind of your role if you're like the hey, get on you and quarterbacks, or hey, the linebackers are my squad, or kind of what's his favorite position group. I think it's kind of cool to see how things play out.
All right, give me one thing looking back. I know I didn't get a chance to talk to you at the draft, but if I was talking to you then compared to who you are now, what's like the one thing after just playing one season in the NFL that you're like, yeah, I had no idea that this was part of it?
Ooh, no idea. God, you're asking some good questions. No idea this is part of it. I think just the amount of flow of kind of guys throughout the locker room, whether it's training camp and all the rookies, 30 other rookies I was with throughout mini camp and training camp that kind of sadly get cut, and how many guys are in throughout the week, and my center Ben Brown, we signed him on Wednesday and he started for us that Sunday and he balled out. So just kind of how the NFL works and how much of a things can turn, and guys can be in and out, and really how much it is kind of a business side to it.
You're forever going to be associated with the guys in this draft class that you came up with, right? And what an incredible season Jaden had, and Caleb's coming along, and Bo Nix obviously, and we saw a little bit of Penix. Just watching these guys out there going through what you're experiencing, is there anyone that you're seeing thinking, man, this is just really working for them? They're doing this the right way. Is there any of these young rookies that you've observed that you're just really impressed by?
Yeah, I'm really impressed by I think really all of them. I think what you'll start with Caleb, obviously, what he's done with so much pressure, and obviously he didn't have the season that he wanted to have, but I think just to come in and week out and not complain, and getting hit and getting up and kind of leading those guys. I think we played him and talking a little bit before the game, so he was great. What Jaden did speaks for itself. I mean, going to the NFC Championship and playing as good as he did throughout the season in his first year was special. And then Bo Nix, I did draft prep with Bo, so I got to know Bo really well. And first year and making the playoffs was my goal. So him accomplishing that, and they had to go to Buffalo, tough place to play. And then Mike Penix, who got in at the end of the season and did his thing and played well. And even Spencer Rattler, who was another rookie who went to South Carolina, the wrong Carolina, but I think to see different guys throughout rookies kind of do their own thing and all have success in different ways is pretty cool, and we all really cheer for each other. I think we all cheer for each other until we're playing one another. I'm sure we're competitive, so at least I know I was.
So the offseason is always so valuable because everything slows down a bit for you, and you can kind of lock back into those things that you want to get better at, and go back to see some of the flaws from the season. Is there one part of your game that you're really locked in over the next few months to just make sure come training camp it's not a problem for you for next season?
Yeah, I think it's tough to kind of hone one thing in that I can say, hey, I've kind of accomplish that throughout that offseason. Really, when it's kind of stuff in the games, you can kind of really see the results. So for me, I think it's situational football, being better down in the red zone, making better decisions, taking care of the football. I think those are some things that I'm working on myself of, watching my sacks, cut up, watching my interception cut up and see different ways for me to improve. I think it's tough for me to kind of say, hey, I'm better at that in the offseason, knowing that I haven't played yet. So, but kind of non-tangible things on the field, I think just leadership-wise, taking the next step of, being the guy and getting a chance to kind of make more noise in the locker room. And it was tough to kind of speak up as a rookie. So just kind of taking that next step in that, and then from there, just I think football-wise, quarterback-wise, you always got to stay up to date on footwork and little things like that.
Yeah, that's always got to be a hard spot to be in, where you're the quarterback, so you're naturally the leader of the team, but you're 22 years old, you're the youngest guy out there, and all of this is new. So in terms of just that confidence now stepping into this, do you feel that you're in a better position? And what is that style of leadership do you think that you lean towards? Like, how would I describe Drake Maye as a leader?
For sure. I think it's something that I got better as the year went on, but especially coming in mid-season, it's tough to kind of go in there, and you don't want to be the guy who's first start, kind of trying to take command and yelling at the group. But I think at sometimes towards the end of the season, the guys would have liked to see that from me. So kind of my style is just get to know the guys and kind of how can I reach kind of each position group different. How can I may be able to get on the tight ends more. We got a veteran group. I can kind of get in kind of get into their gear, and I may have to love up the linemen a little more. Obviously the linemen, they like to be kind of loved on, and the work they do speaks for itself. Golly, they got a tough job. So I may be able to tell the receivers, hey, get your stuff together, man. This isn't how it goes. And I think just kind of get to know, and I think the biggest thing for me is get to know them personally first before I kind of start taking shots or jabs at their work life. So yeah. I think that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Speaking of work life, it's my job to find out information. But I have a feeling, I don't know, I want to ask you, did you know Belichick was getting the job at UNC before all of us? Like, did somebody pass that along, or did you find out when we did?
Yeah, I had an idea.
I knew it. See, I have to do a better job of thinking outside the box. I should have found a way to reach out to you and be like, hey, what are you hearing out there? All right, just to wrap this up before you got to get out of here. I'm sure you've played this game many of times in your life, but I can't resist it. I want to do may or may not with you, okay? A little fun.
May or may not.
May or may not. Something you want to do, something you don't want to do, right?
Okay.
Do you get the game? It goes with your name?
Got it. Yeah, got it now. That went over my head at first. I got it.
Yep. Scoop City. We're real bright over here. All right. You may or may not ask your head coach what it was like to play with Tom Brady.
May, for sure.
Did you say May?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't hear you say May. All right, May. You may or may not go number 1 overall if you were drafted in this year's draft.
May not. I'm a cheer for those other guys. Probably may not.
All right. You may or may not pick a brother to be your best man. So you got Luke, Bo, and Cole. Uh-oh.
May not. The best men. May not.
You may or may not be the best athlete in your family, including those guys.
I may be that. I may.
You may or may not be the best trash talker on the New England Patriots.
Oh, may not, for sure. I'm not the best trash talker. We got some good trash talkers now. I may not.
You may or may not be part of wedding planning.
I may. I think I got to be a part of it a little bit. I may.
You may or may not have been a nervous wreck before you got down on one knee.
I may have been, for sure. Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking.
All right, Drake, you are going to be participating in the P&G Battle of the Paddles. Can you tell me about your paddle game? I mean, are you good? Of course you're good. You're good at all sports, but do you actually practice?
I appreciate that. First, but ping pong is a big thing in kind of the locker room in New England. Me and Hunter Henry and some other guys go at it, a good bit. I think it's a big thing around the league for ping pong tables to be in locker room. So I'm looking forward to getting down there in the P&G Battle of the Paddles down there in New Orleans. Actually, tomorrow you can tune in at 7 o'clock. It's on Complex's YouTube channel. So tune in and check it out. P&G's partnering with Lowe's. They got deals on for fans on their website, Lowe's.com. You can check out and deals off PG Pipes. They got the whole 9 yards down there. So come check out. Check it out if you're already not down there in New Orleans. Check it out on Collins YouTube channel. But I'm looking forward to it. I got a good game. I kind of got some finesse, got some power, but I think my brothers will be disappointed if I don't come out with the title.
Well, I feel like your youthfulness will have the advantage over some of the old guys I heard that are going to be participating in this thing. So my money's on you. My money's on you for next season, as well as taking another really big jump, as it just seems that the New England Patriots found the right guy. They found the right head coach. And I think everyone here is looking forward to seeing what you guys are going to be able to do together. So, Drake, thanks so much for hanging out with us here on Scoop City.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me on. Go Pats.